Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking Blind with me, Yolanda. Today we are going to do something with seafood. Now, I don't like all seafood, but some seafood I do enjoy. In particular, I love cod and salmon and trout and shrimps and crab. So we're going to use all those different kinds of seafood in a beautiful scalloped potato and seafood baked casserole. So put on your aprons and come on for the ride, and let's go into the kitchen and make a beautiful potato and seafood casserole. Before we get started, I'm going to ask you to please share this video with all of your friends and family on all your social media accounts. It will help me grow my channel. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for any future videos, give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. And as I said, share this video. Now let's get into the kitchen and let's get cooking. So to begin, we're going to get a large saucepan or heavy pan, and we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay. And we're going to turn this on. There we go, on high. And we're just going to let this come to temperature. And what I have here, oops, don't do that. What I have here is 2 pieces of salmon, 1 piece of rainbow trout, and 2 pieces of cod, which I have already seasoned with salt, pepper, and roasted garlic and pepper seasoning. So we're going to wait for our olive oil to get up to temperature, and we're going to sear these babies up. Okay, I think our oil is just about there. So we're going to let this cook for about 3 minutes on each side, and then we will finish the cooking process by poaching it with some onions and white wine. Okay guys, our timer's going off, which means both sides are pretty much seared. Alexa, turn off timer. Alexa, turn off timer. Okay. So as you can see, there is a nice golden crust. I've flipped them already. So now I'm going to add some thinly sliced white sweet onions. I would say about half a large onion. Okay. All right, so we've added the onion, and by the way, those onions came from our garden, so they're nice and sweet. So if you have onions from your garden, definitely use those. Now what I'm going to put in is chunks of crab, just chunks of crab meat. Okay, and lastly, we're going to add 2 cups of white wine. Okay. There we go. Okay guys, our timer is going off. So we should be there. Oh, beautiful, look at that. Alexa, turn off timer. Oops. So I'm just gonna make sure that it's fork tender. Oh yeah, beautiful, okay. Perfect, this is done. So we're going to turn this off, and we're going to transfer it to another bowl, and we're going to let this cool down to, I would say, handling temperature, because now what we want to do is we're going to shred it with our fingers for our casserole. Okay guys, so our fish has cooled down somewhat, and I've taken my fingers and a fork, and I've pretty much shredded everything and just mixed it all around, as you can see, with those beautiful juices of the white wine and the onion from the garden. So that's ready to go. And then in this pot, what I have here is some cream of mushroom soup. Now, as I always say, if you want to make your own from scratch, go right ahead. The more power to you. My life is complicated enough being visually impaired, so I used store-bought canned cream of mushroom soup, and just follow the directions on the can and just warm it up. Doesn't have to be super hot. It can just be warmed and creamy, because we're going to use that as our sauce. So we're going to start putting our casserole together. Oh, and in here, what I have in this bowl is I've pre-sliced about 4 to 5 large potatoes on a mandolin, and I've just soaked them with some water and salt. So let's get going here. So we're going to take 1 scoop of our cream of mushroom soup at the bottom. 1, 2, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I should do it. And my fingers are clean, but as always, I go with my fingers. Okay. Now we're going to take some of these potato slices, and we're going to line the bottom of our casserole dish, just as you would if you're making scalloped potatoes or a lasagna. Same idea. Just make sure the bottom is covered. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. That should do it, I believe. Okay, there we have it. So that's good. Now we're going to take some of this, our fish mixture. Oh, before we do that, hold on 1 second. Next, we're going to season our potatoes with a little bit of salt. Okay, and a little bit of pepper. And this is to your liking. Now we're going to take a nice spoonful of our liquid with the seafood, and we're going to make a nice layer of that. Spread it out. Okay, now we're going to make another layer of potatoes and basically repeat the process. We're going to season. And don't worry about the water. You want a little bit of water because that's what's going to cook our potatoes. So I throw in some of those juices from the fish as well. As you can see, I'm touching the edge of the casserole with my baby finger, because that's one of the tricks that I use so that I know if I'm on top of my casserole dish or not. Okay. Okay, more seafood. Okay, sorry guys, now I'm going in with my hands because I need to feel where I'm going here. It's getting close to the top, so I'm gonna make sure. Okay, so that's pretty much done. Now we're going to put 2 ladles of that mushroom soup. 1. And this will give it some creaminess to the dish. And 2. That should be good. Sorry guys, I'm going with my hands, but it's the only way I can tell. Cameraman, what do you think? A little more of the mushroom soup?
Yeah, good.
Good. Okay. Okay, and we're going to finish it off with potato again. This is going to be a very hearty meal, so I don't suggest you serve anything else except for a salad with this. Okay guys, our last layer of potatoes on. We're going to season once more. Okay, salt and pepper. So now the last step is we're going to add some nice garlic shrimp on top. And this is purely just to make it look pretty. And 1 more row should do it. And there we go. Okay. Okay, finally we're going to sprinkle a little bit of roasted garlic and pepper seasoning. And then some nice dried parsley. And lastly, my favorite ingredient, a nice little chili pepper. And this is from our garden, so we're just gonna cut just a tiny little pieces. Now, again, if you guys don't like spice, don't put it in. Okay, just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of kick and heat. It's all good. And make sure you wash your hands once you touch this stuff. Otherwise, if you touch your eyes, you're going to be screaming. So we're ready to go into the oven. I'm going to cover it up. Like so. Okay, now I put a tray underneath just in case it bubbles over, and our oven is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, so we're going to pop it in for about, I would say, half an hour, 30 to 40 minutes tops. Put that in. Okay, Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Starting now.
Okay, our timer is going off, so we're going to take a look. Ooh. Alexa, turn off timer. Okay, good thing that I put the pan underneath because it did spill over a little bit. And check it out. Be very careful. Okay, what do we got? Here, just poke it, make sure everything goes right through. I don't know. Poke here. Feels okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this back into the oven for about 5 minutes just to crisp up the top, and then we'll take it out, let it rest, and we are ready to plate. Okay guys, we're just about there. Oh, where is it? Here it is. Oh. There we go. The oven. All right. Let's see. Oh, it goes in beautiful. There we go. Perfect. So there you have it, folks. A beautiful potato and seafood casserole. Now you want to let this rest for a few minutes before cutting into it, and you can serve it with a beautiful salad. And like I said, it's a nice rich dish, so you don't want to serve much else with it. And if you enjoyed this recipe, you can also check out my homemade fish and chip recipe, which is also up for you to grab. So hopefully I'll see you over there. And until the next time, until I come up with another great recipe for you guys to check out, I will see you there, and take care.